Welcome in, folks. It's the Richard J. Curry Center. Peter Jewett on the call with AOTV. It is the MIBT, Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. And here we are to kick things off. Between the Fredericton High Black Cats in black, and in yellow it is the Hants East Rural High Tigers. So we'll see if we can get a quick score for the Black Cats. No, but offensive rebound. And that one goes to Pollock. And it looks like we have an issue here with the score clock, with the shot clock, as it shouldn't have been a full reset there. Should have been a 14-second reset, so we'll see what happens. Veteran referee Kyle Woodworth there, also a veteran coach in the New Brunswick area, done some coaching with basketball in New Brunswick. He's in charge here. And of course, he was actually on the previous game. In the previous game, of course, we saw Leo Hayes High School JV take down Caledonia High 98-17, a huge win for the Lions. Now I'm just waiting on some results, and then we'll let you know who won the Coastal Graphics division. That's the division of Leo Hayes and Caledonia, that one that we just saw. This one is the Rocket division of the MIBT, 7 divisions. And this division is still up for grabs, as undefeated so far are the John Caldwell High Golden Knights from Grand Falls. They took down FHS 66-49 this morning, and yesterday took down Hants East 80-55. They're playing, or excuse me, they played Ross A. Netherwood at 5 p.m. So that one's over with, but I'm still waiting on results, as results aren't quite pouring in all the time. That three-pointer comes from Aiden Stairs, number 15, and that opens up scoring here at the Curry Center on the University of New Brunswick campus. This being the performance gym at the Curry Center. That foul goes against Stairs, who just drilled the three. So with 15 seconds on the shot clock, the Tigers get a chance to get the ball in and score here, kick off their scoring. Like I was saying, this is the performance gym in the Richard J. Curry Center on the top floor, well, the 4th and the 5th floor. And below us on the 1st floor, there are 2 rec gyms, and that's where there's some more games taking place as we speak, and has been all weekend, yesterday, today, and I believe tomorrow as well. Inside, trying to make his way to the basket. It's a travel called, and that goes against Aiden Bourgeois for the Tigers. So Stairs to inbound, going to get it to his guy, Pollock, Jackson Pollock. Creative naming by the parents there, and another issue we have with the shot clock, as it expired a little too soon, obviously, there. In the game before this one as well, we had some issues with the shot clock as well. Only in the first quarter, though. Got things figured out, so we'll just see if this is the shot clock acting up early, if it likes to cause problems at the beginning of the game. Nice rip through into the wing. It's Pollock. Wow, that one was blocked. Long arms of Aiden Bourgeois reached up to get a piece of that one. Three-pointer on the way from Pollock. That one's long, but the man of opportunity, Sam Dunn, gets the rebound, puts up a shot of his own. No good. We do get a reset, though, so that shot clock horn a little too early. Stairs, pump fake, takes a dribble inside and scores on that one. He's been the only guy to score so far here for the Black Cats. And that ball was stolen away there. Henry O'Reilly got a piece of it. Oh, another block. Oh, my goodness. Rim protector. Bourgeois doing everything and going coast to coast. The spin move. Couldn't make it finish. Rebound O'Reilly, and we're looking ahead for the Black Cats. Here's Dunn. And he was fouled in transition. That one is going to go against Drew Middlestaff for the Tigers. Now, one thing that's kind of jumping off the screen here to me right away is the size that the Tigers have. Hants East, a little bit older of a team. Got a couple grade 12 students, a grade 11er, and then mostly grade 10s. But if you look at the FHS JV squad here, a little bit younger, several grade 9s, handful of 10s, and just one student in grade 11. So that extra size from Hants East could make a difference. It's too early to tell, as we're a little under 3 minutes into the first quarter of this one. That ball stolen away once again by O'Reilly. He's got his hands on a couple of passes that were errant from the Tigers. And he fed it ahead to his guy, Jack Grassman, but just wasn't perfect positioning inside. So it comes in, and the shot from deep is long. Rebound for the Tigers. We're looking ahead. Bourgeois kicks it. Finds a teammate, no good. Rebound Stairs. He's looking ahead. Doesn't have anybody to get it to, and there was that crisp ball move where you get ahead of the defender and stop and see if you can get a foul called. No whistle, though. O'Reilly met with a double team. See very active defenses from both sides. Stairs, another one from deep. It's good. He's on fire. The only one to score in this game for both sides. That one... Excuse me, I believe there was another score for Fredericton. I've already lost track of things a little bit. But another steal. I don't know if that one will be credited to O'Reilly or Stairs or Pollock. And that's a foul. So a couple subs into the game. And we're back and running. Now, folks, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, who you're supporting. Are you a fan of the Black Cats or the Tigers, or are you watching because you're a fan of basketball, or maybe you're curious about some of the other happenings in the weekend and you want to know about tiebreakers? Is your squad going to be the one to make it to the playoffs? Let me know who you're supporting, where you're watching from. I'm on Twitter at Peter Jewett. That's PeterJewett. Would love to hear from you. And you can follow me if you're interested in updates on the UMB Reds men's and women's basketball teams. That's my usual gig, but happy to step in here and alongside Bill Gibson, who does the St. Thomas University Tommy's webcasts. We're kind of tag teaming this weekend. Another shot from Stairs from deep. He's on fire in the first quarter. An offensive threat from all positions of the floor. And somehow that rebound did come out Tigers' ball, as McKinnon was the one to come away with it. He tries one from deep, and that was off to the left. O'Reilly, another rebound. Let me tell you, that mullet on O'Reilly feels like 1986, but it looks great on him, as to the rack goes Jack Grassman, and it is 15-0 halfway through the first. FHS got to be feeling good about this one so far, but we'll see how things go on the other side of this timeout. Perhaps they just need a little breather, do the Tigers? Could be a whole other team coming to the timeout. I'm Peter Jewett on the call. We'll be right back in just a second. So here we are. The first 1/8 of the game is down. We've got 7/8 more to go, if you like your fractions. And the ball will come in. Man in control of the ball here for the Tigers is Daniel Quinn. And it's a bit of a new squad here for head coach Rod O'Leary's team. Looking at a different 5, but just trying to mix things up maybe after FHS jumps out to a huge 15-0 lead. Led mostly by Aiden Stairs here, number 15. The lead scorer and creator for the Black Hats. O'Reilly wants one. It's a little long. Offensive rebound, though. Dunn was the man to get the board. O'Reilly in the high post. Looking for Stairs on another, maybe? Another? Oh, it won't fall. Didn't quite get the generous shooter's bounce. Strong defense from Stairs, but the score for the Tigers, they kick things off. It's 15-2. They got to get some more points on the board if they want to try and get their way back into this game. It's Dunn on the wing. He's got a couple defenders there with them, and we're swinging it. It's Pollock up top. Back to Stairs. O'Reilly in the high post, puts one up. It's off, and it's going to stay, or excuse me, it's going to go Tigers ball. McKinnon couldn't quite get it to his guy, McCarthy, in the post. It was turned over. So Stairs is on the wing here. And it's done now inside. Saves it before it goes out of bounds. It had rolled off his teammate's foot. Foul is called. That goes against Brennan McKinnon, number 3. I was watching Hants East a little bit in warm-ups, and McKinnon was draining shots from distance. So we'll see if he gets a chance to kind of showcase that here, maybe get some open looks. O'Reilly, they like him in the high post on those kind of elbows. And that jumper from just a couple steps inside the free throw line is good for Stairs. To the wing and now inside. And fouled is Brady Robson, grade 9 student. He's just getting his basketball career started at Hants East. And that turnaround jumper is no good from McCarthy. We're having a little bit of discussion between the coaching staff and some of the players and the officials. Oh! And I'm going to say I thought that was clean there from McCarthy, but foul's called. And to the line goes Pollock. And there's Coach O'Leary on the sidelines calling it out. 5-2, he says. 5-2. That is the foul difference between the two sides. 5 fouls called so far this quarter against Hants East, and only 2 against Fredericton. And so that's kind of the story of the game. And for the rest of this quarter, Fredericton High has bonus on their hands. So you get to the line off any ticky-tack foul. Luckily for the Tigers, though, it's going to stay their ball here. Entry pass in. And let's see if the big man can score. Yes, he can. Owen McCarthy showing some soft touch from in the post. And he's going to anchor this defense as well. Stairs spinning to the wing. It's Pollock. Almost lost his step, and he's fouled. That's the second foul that's going to go against McCarthy. And so we'll see if a reserve is going to come and take his place. He'll be in foul trouble for the rest of this one if he stays in the game for much longer. And there you go. Big fella heading to the bench. Pollock sinks another. And the lead is 15. Pollock is the lead man here. Now, one thing that's important to consider about this game, there's actually no real playoff implications. Neither of these teams can make it to the playoffs. O'Reilly scores there. Both of these teams are 1-1. FHS beat Rossay Netherwood and lost to John Caldwell from Grand Falls. And then for Hants East, they lost to John Caldwell and beat Rossay Netherwood. And so John Caldwell is sitting at 2-0, and in the slot before this one, they took on Rossay Netherwood. So 2-0 team taking on the 0-2 team. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would put some money on John Caldwell to come out on top on that one. Pollock to the rim, scores. FHS really pouring it on here in the dying minutes of the first quarter. As I was saying, though, I don't believe there are playoff implications on the line here for either of these teams, as even if one of these squads wins, well, of course one of these squads will win, go to 2-1. Even if Rossay Netherwood was to beat John Caldwell and move John Caldwell to 2-1 in the divisional stage of the tournament, John Caldwell still has the tiebreaker with both FHS and Hants East in terms of head-to-head. So I'm going to leave that to the people who make a little bit more money than I do, the people who, that's above my pay grade, the whole tiebreaker thing. But I don't believe that this one has playoff implications. And look at that. Oh, wow. McKinnon was there on the follow-up in the right place at the right time, but he couldn't finish. In trouble. Several defenders got to kick it out. Here's Pollock on the wing. Another three on the way. It's no good. So we close out the first quarter 29-4 for the Fredericton High Black Cats, one of the host teams here at the MIBT. A huge first quarter for them, led especially by Aiden Stairs, drilling several three-pointers and getting inside and scoring, doing a little bit of everything. It's Peter Jewett here on the call with AOTV. We will be right back after a quick break for the second quarter. Don't go away, folks. We know that Hants East is a tough team as well, and they could certainly put themselves back into this game. They just need to collect themselves, so we'll be right back. Okay, so they're the team chants. And here we are to go, coming out of the huddle for both these squads. Another 10-minute quarter coming up. And two more to come after this one. Lots more basketball to come here at the Richard J. Curry Center. And let's see if Hants East can kind of get themselves back into this game, make things interesting. Got to move the ball, get into their offense. And we'll see if they can make something happen. McKinnon, and from deep now, it's a three. No good was that one from Quinn, but we got a rebound. And so another one is on the way from Augustine. That's a brick. And Fredericton High looking up. Stairs, gonna put it up and score. He is just the go-to guy, the guy who does it all for this team. Now, if you watch this Fredericton High defense, some of the rotations that they have are pretty impressive. The help defender is always there. There's always an extra person met there. Pollock to the rim. It's no good. He just wasn't in the right position there. Bourgeois now with the ball. Kicks it inside now. Oh, what a pass along the baseline that was. McKinnon's got it. Got to kick it out. Spinning, Bourgeois to the rim. No good. Stairs is once again the one with the ball. He's looking ahead. He had his head up there as he had a teammate running ahead, but didn't think he could quite thread that needle. So to the corner it goes. And a high arcing shot from deep. It'll fall. Teddy Worley, grade 9er. One of the young guys on this squad makes that one go. 34-6, the lead for Fredericton. To the corner. Oh, Pollock nearly got a piece of it, and so to the rim. That was the older of the two Bourgeois, Teagan, but he couldn't score. And a reverse layup for Keenan Zabulhawa. Into the post comes the ball. And there's that inside-outside basketball that works for most teams. But when shots aren't falling, it's tricky. Abulhawa wants one from 2. That's another. The lead is 32. Inside, and look at that. That's some good positioning. And Aiden Bourgeois will be headed to the line here for a couple of free throws, as he really took a shot there. Needs a second to collect himself. Stairs on the missed free throw, has the ball, gets it ahead to Pollock. It's to the corner. Pollock gets back to the corner now. Worley. Ball is stolen away by Bourgeois, and he's got to push the pace. Augustine, that shot was off. Oh, tough foul. No whistle called. As hitting the deck was Jack Grassman, number 5 there on the Black Cats. Seems okay. And McKinnon, once again, the man at point for Hants East here. That one came up short. Rebound McKinnon, though. He's all over the court. Going to put up a floater. Oh, he couldn't score. Bourgeois trying to get the ball. He just can't quite hang on to it, and it does stay Tigers' ball. Oh, what another block there by Bourgeois. He's got at least 3 of those. And that's an and one finish. Daniel Quinn gets the layup to fall. He gets another chance to add on to the tally here at the free throw line. Now, just an interesting fact for you folks. Hants East Rural High is found in Milford Station, Nova Scotia, just a small village in Nova Scotia in the Annapolis Valley. It's open to the largest open pit gypsum mine in the entire world. Gypsum, of course, one of the main products of sidewalk chalk and plaster, and of course drywall. This is just Bill Nye the Science Guy hour here. Dunn wasn't quite ready for that ball to come in. Anyway, back to Milford Station, where Hants East Rural High is. It's primarily a farming and, of course, gypsum mine town, or village I should say, there is a 2-to-1 population ratio of cows to people. So there's more cows in Milford Station than people. There's 1,000 people in the village. Not sure exactly how many people the school draws, Hants East. Might be drawing from other villages outside of Milford. And that's another score for the Black Cats. Nathan Brown, grade 9 student, in transition. So we're back at it here. That's another layup in transition from Teddy Worley. The lead is 33 for the Black Cats. That's tough defense that Brown is bringing in the backcourt. Cox swings it. It's back to Campbell. He gets a screen. The defender's still with him. That one's stolen away by O'Reilly. And he's pushing the pace. This whole Black Cat squad, that's one of the things that you'll notice the style of Fredericton High. Wow, as Worley gets the and one, the style of Fredericton High is to push the pace. They generally have deep teams, and so you can run, and then head to the bench for a break, and somebody else will take your place, and you'll continue to push the pace. Run your opponents into the ground. A very successful basketball program at Fredericton High. Varsity and junior varsity, men's and women's. That one comes up short for Worley. We're going to have a jump ball here. McFarland got his hand in on that. So we got one more game coming up here tonight at the Richard J. Curry Center. That one's going to be at 8:30 or so. We'll see if we get that off in time. Should be able to. It's going to be between the Ormucto High Blues and the Sugarloaf Senior High School Bruins of Campbellton. Ormucto, one of 4 host teams here. That one is going to be quite far off there from Robson. And he'll head to the bench, and in comes Owen McCarthy, the big man for the Tigers. He gets a chance to get back into the game after 2 early fouls in this one in the first quarter. He spent some time on the bench, but Coach O'Leary ready to get him back into the game and see if he can make a difference on the rebounding end. Fouls called there against Pollock. And not that Hants East is finding their way back into this game, but in the first quarter you heard Coach Rod O'Leary of the Tigers call out 5-2. He was just talking to the officials about the discrepancy on the foul calling. And we have seen a bit of a different tune from the officials this quarter. It's 4-1 the foul discrepancy in favor of the Tigers. So FHS has, or excuse me, 5-1. FHS has 5 fouls this quarter. The Tigers only 1. So for the remaining 3 minutes and 27 seconds of this quarter, the Tigers are in the bonus. They get a chance to go to the free throw line. Well, they will go to the free throw line, get a chance to make some shots from the free throw line every time they're fouled, regardless of if it's in the motion of shooting. And is that another score? It is indeed. Nathan Brown. First one was a miss. The second one was good. Cameron Cox on the follow-up scores. A shot on the way from deep. It's long. Rebound, though, for the Tigers, and pushing the pace. McKinnon trying to get up ahead to Cox, who couldn't save it and couldn't get it. So in comes the ball. It is now Pollock, the man at point. Jackson Pollock, what a creative name for the parents there. Take advantage of that last name and Name it after the famous artist, of course, Jackson Pollock here. The younger of all the Pollocks. Showing some artistry on the court as well. That foul goes against Dunn, number 8. Cox sinks the first. Couple reserves in for the Black Cats, and the second free throw on the way. That one's off to the left. Rebound, Fredericton. Floater and a score from McFarland. 51-13 the score now in favor of the Black Cats. Running up the score on this Hants East team. Dunn had numbers ahead, but not quite a good angle to get it to him. That one's off the three-pointer. It's McKinnon on the rebound. He's been the guy with the ball in his hands mostly for this Hants East squad. And it's just kind of stolen away by the Black Cats. Had 3 defenders there on the recipient of that pass from McKinnon. And that's another rebound by Middlestat. A shot from deep. McKinnon can't score. It's going to be black ball, as the official says. And a whole 5 new players coming in for Hants East. It's a hockey lineup change. Don't often see that here in basketball. We saw that in the game before this, when the Leo Hayes High School Lions took down the Caledonia Regional High School Tigers 98-17. That was one of the larger blowouts we've seen in this tournament so far, and this one might actually compare after the final buzzer sounds. We'll see what the margin of victory will be for the Black Cats. But I suppose it's too early to call it, as Bill Walton would say. There's still an eternity to play. Still lots of basketball to come. Anything can happen here. Regan on the wing. Gets past his defender. The pass goes inside, and Lounsbury couldn't finish. He's got length and size inside, but hasn't been on the court a lot here so far this evening, and so maybe still a little rusty, perhaps. Less than a minute to go in the second quarter here. Still an entire half of basketball to come after this one. That was the pass fake and the drive. The ball is stolen away. 30 seconds on the clock, so only a few seconds to separate the shot clock from the game clock. Bourgeois inside. He's got 2 defenders on him. Has to kick it out. And I believe we're going to have a jump ball called. That is what happens. So it stays Tigers ball. In comes the ball to Augustine, and it's tipped back around, and that's going to be an and one. Daniel Quinn going to go to the line and get the chance to score 2 more, or score 1 more, excuse me, on top of the 2 he just scored. The lead's at 36. Let's see if he can make it 35. He does. Okay. So we'll see if Fredericton holds it here for 1 shot towards the end of the quarter. They got some pace here, but time's running down. So we're probably only going to get 1 shot for the rest of the quarter. That 3-pointer comes and is way off. Time will stop at 3.7. So the Tigers get the ball and 1 more chance to score in the first half. In it comes. Got to get one up, does Quinn. He does in time, but it comes up short. Okay, so heading to the locker room are both of these teams for a quick break. 51-16 the score. And coming up, we got some more basketball the second half of this one, and then right after this one, it'll be Ormukto High versus Sugarloaf Senior High School. So let's see what we get in the second half of this one. It's Peter Jewett on the call. So glad to have you with us on AOTV for the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. Going to take a quick break and be right back.
Time for a little rest. I'm nodding off.
I gotta run to the bathroom. I had to go for the last one. Another half of basketball to go between us and the final buzzer. And it's the Fredericton High Black Cats who have the lead here, 51-16 over the Hants East Rural High Tigers. That one from distance wouldn't fall for Bourgeois. And so we're headed, or excuse me, for the Black Cats. And so we're headed the other way for the Tigers. Inside, putting the ball on the floor and scoring, that was Daniel Quinn. Another quick score for the Tigers, putting points on the board. The lead is only 31 now, had been as much as 35. That shot from outside for Dunn is off. Pollock put the ball on the floor and just threw it off his own foot. And you could see him just kind of hobbling a little bit. I'm sure that hurt his toe for sure. Should be able to walk it off though. Inside it comes. Stairs has his head up and he's looking. Pollock almost lost his handle to the corner for Dunn. And in transition, Bourgeois does corral it. Sidestep three-pointer from deep. It'll fall. Wow. Daniel Quinn making it happen. So far this quarter, a 7-0 run for Hants East. Wonder what they were talking about. That must have been some speech that head coach Rod O'Leary gave them at halftime in the locker room. Didn't have a long halftime in the interest of keeping things moving and not falling behind on the schedule here. Only 5 minutes were put on the clock for halftime, and so not really a lot of time to even catch your breath and go to the bathroom, but we're back and running here at the Curry Center. Bourgeois picked up his dribble, so he's got to find a teammate. He does. Inside, to the ground, but it's at one from distance. Was on the way from Quinn. It was no good. Bourgeois collects it, and he's going to try one from the elbow. It'll go. 9-0 run. And head coach John Rice for the Fredericton High Black Cats can't do anything but call a timeout. Doesn't like the effort he's seen from his team so far this quarter. Going to be right back after just a quick break for this timeout. Stick around with us, folks, on AOTV for the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. So there's the rebound for the Tigers. On the wing, it's Stairs wants one. He was the man of the hour in the first half, the first quarter especially. Okay, so that was a floater there, and it's off from McCarthy. Stairs has got it. So here's official Kyle Woodworth. He's going to pass the ball off to Stairs to get the ball in. And let's see what kind of inbound play we get here from the Black Cats. They're going up top. Stolen away. Quinn, who's been asserting himself, goes between the legs in transition, and it was blocked. What a recovery from Grasman. Going to be Black Cats ball, and Stairs is the one to come and collect it off the inbound. The lead is 26. And it's still a 9-0 run for Hants East for the Tigers here in the third quarter. Pushing the pace, Quinn once again behind the back this time. Can he make something happen? Dumps it off to his teammate. Robson couldn't score, but it stays with the Tigers as McKinnon's the one with it. Diving to the basket, and that's a score. As Owen McCarthy, the big fella, going left. The lead is only 24 now. It was as much as 35 at half. That floater from Stairs is off. McKinnon the rebound. Can they tack on to the lead, the Tigers? No, that Robson floater in transition was off. Pollock, that one was blocked by Robson, and he collects it. Okay, so McKinnon off and running. Gonna try and tack on to this 11-0 lead, or 11-0 run that they've been on to start the third quarter. Ball on the floor. Quinn gonna try and kick it out. It's McKinnon. Lefty floater. No good. Now Hants East, of course, one of the former champions, actually, of the tournament here, the MIBT. In 2017, they took home the men's title in the men's side of the tournament. Of course, the women's division wasn't added that year, but... And as the shot clock expires, that one wouldn't go for McCarthy. Of course, none of the same players here on this Hants East team, but... Five years later. Tends to work that way. Unless somebody's filled a ton of grades, which I have a hard time believing. And it looks like somebody went out of bounds there. I can't quite see exactly from my angle, so I think it's going to be Black Cats ball. Got a substitution in. Now, folks, if you're watching, I'd love to hear from you wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from. If you're on Twitter, you can follow me. Tweet at me at Peter Jewett. That's Peterjewett. Let me know who you're supporting. Are you a fan of the Black Cats or the Tigers? Are you just a basketball fan in general? You don't necessarily have any ties to this one? Count the basket. That one will fall. Keenan Zabulhawa has been a spark plug off the bench and doing whatever he's got to do to score. He's got a slight frame, but don't judge too quickly. sinks a free throw as well. Now coming up on the MIBT schedule after this one here in the Rich J. Curry Center at the Performance Gym, we got one more game before the end of the day. What a save there. One more game, as I was saying. That one's on the way from Quinn. It's another three-pointer. After this game, we're going to see the Armucto High School Blues take on the Sugarloaf Senior High School Bruins from Campbellton. Here comes the play from the Black Cats. It comes in, done. And now behind the back goes Stairs, slicing and dicing, making his way to the rim. No score. Foul's called though. So a couple shots for the line coming for the Black Cats. Back rim on that one, a little long. So a substitution in, and the second free throw is on the way. Foul's called there in transition. Second will fall. Here the defense chance from the re-engaged Hants East Tigers. Time's running down the shot clock. It goes out of bounds. We got 3.5 on the shot clock. Coach O'Leary says no fouls, be aggressive though. Wow, that one almost fell for Pollock. And a turn of events here as that was tough defense from Hants East. Another one from the corner from Pollock. But the offensive rebounds have been coming for the Black Cats. O'Reilly in particular. Couldn't chase down that one. The lead is 25, but it does feel like Hants East has been sticking around in this one, asserting themselves. It's a 16-6 third quarter. Several shots from deep falling for number 6 there, Daniel Quinn, who just missed that three-pointer. He's part of what's really brought Hants East closer into this game. Chipped away at that lead. But if Hants East can really go on a run like this, can they find themselves back into this game? Is it too far? Dunn looking ahead. Going to put it up himself, the lefty. And we got a minute and change to go in the third quarter. Quinn. Augustine going baseline. Reverse layup. It won't fall. O'Reilly the rebound. Looking ahead once again. Stolen away, though, by McKinnon for the Tigers. The lead's at 27. You really got to bring that lead down to probably 18 or 20 by the end of this one if you want to, or by the end of this third quarter if you want to stand any chance. It's going to be tough for the Tigers. I don't think that there's a very high percentage at all that they'll come back and win this one, but if they want to even find themselves back into the game, they need to get a stop here. Need to score once or twice before the end of the quarter. Stairs. Jumper from the elbow is off. Jump ball is called as that's O'Reilly just finding his way inside. Tigers get lucky on that one and they get the possession off this. So Quinn is the one with the ball now. He's got to make something happen before the end of the quarter. It's 10 on the clock. McKinnon behind the back, and he's certainly fouled there by Dunn. In it comes. Quinn has to make something happen. The ball goes off his foot, though, and got to get a shot off. They do. It's long. Not bad awareness by Bourgeois to grab the ball, turn around, and hoist one. The lead, though, is 27 as we take a little bit of a break and step aside for the break before the fourth quarter. Peter Jewett here on AOTV with the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. We got one more game coming up after this one, folks. So stick around. So it's Fredericton ball, and in it comes. Stairs is the one with the ball on the wing. He's guarded by Cox. Shot from deep is coming. Doesn't fall. Quinn, who's been the lead scorer in this half for the Tigers. That layup is no good. Bourgeois couldn't score. Heads out of bounds, and it stays with the Black Cats. Stairs, pump fakes, goes left. To the wing. Three defenders there. O'Reilly inside, and he was fouled. Gonna go against Bourgeois. If he didn't foul, it was definitely a travel as he took one too many steps, but foul called first. So when this game wraps up, it will be almost 100% FHS walking away with the win. Pollock, a three is on the way. It goes as the shot clock expired. And FHS will move to 2-1 on the weekend. Hants East at 1-2. And then the other two teams in the Rocket division here at the MIBT, Rothsay Netherwood and John Caldwell, just waiting on results for that game. That game happened at 5 p.m. in one of the other 6 gyms we've got running all across the city. Nice job by Cox to get in there and steal that one away. So John Caldwell is going to be the team that advances out of the Rocket division into the quarterfinals, as it's only the #1 seeds from each of the 7 divisions and one wildcard team. One wildcard team that'll make it to the playoffs, the quarterfinals. From deep, Pollock, another one. In and out. But he's proven to be lethal from range. Bourgeois spins in transition. A little Pascal Siakam, do I see? Stairs is the one on the wing. Back to Pollock. Now he's looking for a teammate. Stairs once again. Between the legs. Pull-up jumper is short from the free throw line. But let me tell you, O'Reilly, Henry O'Reilly all over the offensive glass and making his presence felt, getting second chance opportunities for the Black Cats. That is a deep 2 on the way, and it falls. Maloney. Now, it's too hard to know without watching a ton of basketball from this Hants East squad. This is my first time getting to watch them play, the Tigers. But, just doing a little bit of quick napkin math. Of course, the first half, 51-16, was the lead at halftime for the Black Cats. And we're at 62-36 now, and so by my, again, napkin math, it's been a 20-11 second half for the Hants East. Now, I'm not sure if they just kind of weren't prepared, were a little tired maybe underestimated this Fredericton team. But that's a significant lead that they've got in the second quarter, and so if they had maybe come out of the gates with a little bit more pep in their step, a little bit more competition, could find themselves right in this game. And those 2 free throws there from Quinn, it's a 22-11 second half. Dominant stuff from the Tigers, but not dominant enough as they couldn't really make anything happen in the first half. And did that one fall in time? No shot clock violation called from the officials, so yes, it will count. McKinnon, the man of the hour, once again on the corner. Robson stays yellow ball. The Tigers have it, and so it's Augustine to inbound. He gets it to Tegan Bourgeois. McKinnon with it. Time's running down. Less than a second on the shot clock. No time. Shot clock violation. The lead here is 26. Things are looking more and more grim as the seconds go by for the Hants East Tigers. Looking like Fredericton's going to walk away with the win here. And depending on tiebreakers and if John Caldwell can take a loss to Ross Netherwood JV, Fredericton might be able to find their way into the playoffs. Of course, they also stand a chance to be the wild card team. I'm not exactly sure what the criteria is for to be the wild card team is and to make it into that coveted 8th playoff position would be. But there's a chance. There's a chance. That's another quick score. Or sorry, not quick score. Late in the shot clock score from Tegan Bourgeois, the older of the two Bourgeois brothers on Hants East. Outside it comes. Three-pointer on the way. It's long. McKinnon comes to collect it. Met with some resistance from the Black Cats, but he's weaving his way through the defense, has the ball on the floor, and just kind of couldn't do it all by himself. Lost his dribble towards the end of there before he could make it to the rim and score. Now you'll see just behind the basketball net there on the left side of the bleachers, a bunch of young basketball players in blue, and that would be the Sugarloaf Senior High School Bruins, who are getting ready to take on, after this game, the Ormukto High School Blues, host team Ormukto High School Blues. That game going to be happening here at 8:30 or so, depending on how we do. They might want to start that one a little early just so the teams can head back to their hotels or head home sooner. Both of those teams playing in the Fastenal division. Of course, I was on the call yesterday for the game between Ormukto High and the Odyssey Olympians from Moncton. That was a big win for Odyssey, 64-42 over Ormukto. And that's a bank shot three that will go. I believe the points went on the wrong side here. They're getting that fixed. Perfect. So the lead is just 23. It's really as little as it's been since the first half when FHS was opening up this lead. And you do love to see both of these teams competing to the final whistle, even though Hants East just hasn't been able to stick with the Black Cats for all 40 minutes. McKinnon met with some trouble. Augustine, one from deep. Oh, it goes! Yes, indeed. Kaysen Augustine showing he can hit it from range. And we got a few fans from Hants East Rural High School here in the building. It'll be the women's team from Hants East. They're also here taking part in the women's division of the MIBT. Two kind of simultaneous tournaments going on under the same banner. You can hear some claps coming in support of the Tigers. They've got a whole cheering squad here. And if only they had that for this whole game, maybe we would have seen a different outcome. That one's stolen away. Bourgeois in transition. He's going to push it. Going to go for the lefty layup. Couldn't score. Foul is called, though, on the miss. A little bit of a late whistle, but we'll take it. So to the line. It's Aiden Bourgeois, one of the lead players here for the Tigers. Sinks that one. The lead is 21. Only 21. Ball on the floor going baseline. It's swung around. On the wing, this is some tough defense that we're seeing from Hants East to close this game out. Travel is called, and that's a turnover. So somehow this game is as close as it's been since the first quarter. Hants East really wishing that they could have stuck around early in the first half and maybe seen a different outcome in this game. Bourgeois going to go left once again. That one was blocked, though, as Lounsbury got a hand on it. Regan. And that's a deep 2 coming, and it will fall. Abulhawa been a spark plug off the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got 15 or 16 points for this Black Cat squad, but everybody's got to see the floor here for the Black Cats. And a 3-pointer on the way. It's goes. Oh my goodness. Hants East. So that's another score there for the Black Cats. And by my count, folks, now this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. It was a 51-16 first half for the Black Cats, and now we're looking at a 35-21 second half from the Tigers. The Black Cats just haven't had that killer instinct, that closing mindset here. Now that could be for a couple reasons. Number one, when you get up huge, it's hard to stay engaged, as I was saying in the first half. Ball is stolen away, and here we go. Drew Middlestad thought about trying to get up and dunk that one home. He couldn't quite. But if he gets another chance, maybe. Middlestad here with the ball once again. As we're into less than a minute left in the game. Puts it up and scores again. Listen to the fans here, engaged. Of course, we're running straight time here. There's no way that Hants East could make their way back into this game realistically. The lead's just 17, though. Crazy stuff from Hants East. Abulhawa floater, no good. Middlestad, the offensive rebound again. Is he going to go coast to coast a third time? He's going to try. Finds a teammate instead. And the deep 2 from the big fella, front rim. No good for McCarthy. Looks like we're just going to hold it and dribble it out at the end of this game. And so the final score for this one here from the Richard J. Curry Center is going to be 72-55. A beautiful round of applause for both of these squads. They really did play pretty hard on both sides. Everybody from it, both teams got to see the floor and get into the game. That'll do it. The final buzzer sounds. It's Peter Jewett here on the call with AOTV for the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. Thank you for sticking around. We really appreciate you folks watching, tuning in from wherever you are to support your squads. We'll see the player of the game presentations here in just a moment and all of that good stuff. But coming up on the docket right after this one in just a few minutes, I'm sure we'll have probably 10 minutes, a 10 or 15-minute break here. It's Oromocto High Blues versus the Sugarloaf Senior High School Bruins in what should be a good game to close out the day here at the Curry Center. I'm going to go grab some water and maybe a bite to eat, but I hope I'll see you back on the webcast call here in just a few moments. Peter Jewett signing off for AOTV for just a few moments. We'll be right back.